We're going to talk now about 1TNT free legal and medical clinic. Free being the key word, and it is an initiative where you can go and get advice. It's legal clinics, medical clinics, career fairs, and dental clinics as well. We have with us Mr. Farai Hove Masaisai, attorney at law, who is going to tell us all about this initiative. And 1TNT is a registered non-governmental organization formed by a group of young professionals who are intent on making Trinidad and Tobago a better place. And Mr. Masaisai, welcome.
Good morning, Rishi. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm here to talk about the initiative which is happening this Sunday at the Rio Claro Community Center. Well, I'll tell you a bit of 1TNT first. All right, so 1TNT, we were formed in 2015. We are just a group of young professionals that really want to give back to our country. All right, and we believe in giving back to our country by touching one community at a time. The young professionals are professionals in their own vocation. So we have attorneys, we have doctors, we have dentists, we have optometrists. And the aim is to give back free to communities that I suppose would have benefited us because we grew up in Trinidad. When the group was formed, it was formed as an online group first, because many of the young professionals weren't based in Trinidad. Some were based in Dubai, some were based in the UK, and we started to connect. But then we decided, here what, we need to give back something tangible to Trinidad and Tobago, and with that we started doing outreach, community outreach, and we started with our strengths. So we started with medical, dental, and legal, because that was the core of our competencies. So we started in Labre first. We had a medical clinic as well as a legal clinic in Labre. I think that was around the time of the oil spill. We had doctors down there going down and examining persons and that sort of thing. And then we went to St. James, and then we went to Enterprise Shogunas. Yeah, and now we're going to Rio Claro. So we're making the rounds. 1TNT, we can be contacted on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. I think we're up to about 8,000 followers now. So we have a Facebook page. We have an email address, which is weare1tnt@gmail.com. But the one is not ONE, it's just the
number one,
singular one. weare1tnt@gmail.com, and we have a contact number at 798-5376. That's 798-5376. The event on this Sunday, it's really a community event. We hope that everyone in Rio Claro, Mayaro would come out and take benefit from it. We start at 11. We try to finish at 2, but in reality we'll probably be there till about 5. But don't wait till 4 o'clock to now say you're going to come. But once you are at the community center, we will service you, whether it be advice on anything legal, whether it be property, family matters or something like that. We have at least 2 dentists. I have to give them a plug. That's Dr. Hazel from the, let me see, what's the Pinnacle Dental Practice. Pinnacle Dental Practice. That's a cosmetic and Invisalign provider, and she will actually be there giving her services free of charge. As well as we have Dr. Antoine, who is a diabetic specialist. We know those lifestyle diseases and that sort of thing. He will be there with his team to give back to the community of Rio Claro.
And career fairs.
And career fairs, but this Sunday is not a career fair, but we do career fairs as well. We try to encourage entrepreneurship. We try to make people own their own businesses, that sort of thing. That's how you have to be a master of your universe, that kind of thing.
And so far, Labre Shogunas, St. James, the volunteers have all totaled 540 hours of providing their service free
of charge
to communities.
Free of charge. So when you think of it in the wrong, so I can speak from a position of strength as an attorney. Say an average attorney consultation might be 500 to see the attorney to get proper legal advice. Imagine you can go and see an attorney for free. That you save that 500, that could go to your groceries and that sort of thing. To go and see a doctor or a dentist or orthodontist, that's a lot of money as well. So you take benefit of the service. We are thankful for the people in Rio Claro. They have the village council has provided a lot of support, ground support in terms of getting the facility ready for Sunday. So we're ready and and willing and happy to give back.
And it's a group of young people.
Young people. When I say young, I think no one in the group is over 40. No one is over 40, and probably the youngest is probably 18. Yeah.
So it's a young bunch.
Yeah, it's a young bunch of people, and we really just want to give back to our society. It's not a political group. It's really just a NGO, non-governmental organization, non-profit, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve, and Rio Claro, we hope that you take benefit from the service. Yeah.
So what has the support been like? What the turnout when you went to La Brea, Shoguana, St. James?
It was enormous. It was enormous. Even yesterday, one of our colleagues, she was on one of the other stations yesterday, and our phones just kept ringing off, and persons asking when we coming to their area, and we're like eventually, you know. But the turnout has always been large in terms of numbers, probably about 70 persons, that sort of thing. The more rural the community, the larger the turnout.
Yeah.
And so we are expecting a large turnout in regards to Rio Claro Mayaro.
Because I was going to ask when you're coming to my community, but since other people asking, you might as well go to.
Where's your community?
Claxton Bay.
Yeah, but we could put it down. Claxton Bay. I'll write it down one time.
Claxton Bay and Soledad. You see how I'm looking out for you this morning?
Claxton Bay.
The group is borrowing from the country's motto. Together we aspire, together we achieve.
Yes.
Why start there?
Well, because, as the name speaks for itself, we are one TNT. We want Trinidad and Tobago to be seen as one community. All right? So together we aspire, together we achieve. That's our motto. And that's the country's motto. We are happy to achieve, because we have achieved. I think all the professionals, we have let down our bucket, so to speak, in Trinidad and Tobago. And it's only right that we give back. It's not all about taking from a country, but you have to give back. Now, I suppose it sounds cliche, but you always say, don't ask what the country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And we at One TNT, that's our motto. We want to achieve together with Trinidad, and we want to pull Trinidad up and make it a country that we would be proud of. Yes.
And this is young people. Why is that so important for the young people to do things like this?
Well, it's very important for the young people to do things like this, because at the end of the day, we are millennials. They like to term us millennials. We are perceived as a generation that everything was handed to us. Education from nursery to tertiary. My mother always told me that she had to qualify to get into secondary school and do exams and all this sort of thing, and actually get a scholarship to go to college. And that, when I say college, that's just high school level, you know. But we were fortunate enough that we were given free education from cradle to tertiary. So it is only right that we as the young people lead the way. We are the next generation of leaders in our country, and we must be the change. You know, I know Mahatma Gandhi, he had said that so many years ago, but we really believe in being the change that we want to see in Trinidad and Tobago.
But not all young people think the way you do.
Well, they should, and we hope that by our example, we can be a little candle in the dark, you know. But definitely there is good in Trinidad, and One TNT is an organization. We have at least 50 young professionals who are giving back. Sometimes the amount of volunteers that come out, it's heart-rendering. You know, it's just that not many of them like to go on TV. So I'm just the face for today. But we do have a lot of volunteers, and we have a lot of hope in Trinidad. There are many people that come out of university, and they just want to know, how can I give back to my community, especially my community that has grown me, has put the foundation into me. All right, so definitely we would support anyone who would like to volunteer. You don't even have to be a professional. If you want to just assist us in the administration on the day, you could call us on 798 5376. That's 798.
Because a lot of people, and on a lot of occasions, instead of doing something, they sit back, complain, and expect things to get done for itself.
Yes, that's our culture. We have a very laissez-faire sort of culture, but we at One TNT, we aim to change that. All right, and hopefully by our example, we can lead the way, be the change that we want to see. All right, and we encourage all young professionals to join us. We have a contact number. We have a Facebook page. Follow us. Share our activities. We are the future. The young people are the future of Trinidad and Tobago.
So instead of sitting down and complaining about everything, you can get up and go and make a difference.
Correct. Yes, Rishi, definitely.
I was just trying to get him to say that, but he didn't want to say it. So I was just helping him out there a little bit. So yeah, don't complain, get up and do something about it.
Yes.
Look, for example, this KFC price. People complaining that it's going up.
Yeah,
you're
going to buy it anyway. If you don't like the KFC, then cook your food.
Exactly.
And you probably live longer.
And they say you don't have to wait, as this is an NGO, non-governmental organization.
Correct.
You don't always have to wait on the politicians to do something for you either.
Correct. So at One TNT, it's actually professionals that pool their resources to give back to the community. So, for example, our doctors, they come with their equipment. They don't ask the community to give us syringes or give us, even the dentists, they come with the mirrors, they come with the high chairs and that sort of thing. The attorneys as well, they come with also, if you're coming for advice, if it's legal advice, walk with your documents, because what we experience is that persons come and then they say, oh gosh, I have to go back home for this. So walk with your deed, walk with anything that you need advice on, so the attorney can examine it and give you the advice. Same thing with the doctors. If it is you have a medical problem, walk with your history so that the doctor can advise you accordingly. Yeah.
And it's important to work with those documents so that they don't give you bad advice.
Correct.
But how has the reception been? Have you all heard from people who have been in the professions, say the legal profession, medical profession, dental clinics? Now you are doing this service for free.
Yes.
You might be taking away the business from somebody else.
Well, man, I don't see it as we taking away, because when you go into these communities, especially communities that need it, because say for example, when we went into enterprise, the people we were in a panyard, but the people needed it. The dentists, we went with 2 dentists. We actually were to finish at 3. The dentist left at 8. Some people they just came with bad teeth problems. So persons need the service and some persons just can't afford it. Just simply can't afford it. So if they could have afforded it, they probably would have gone to a dentist before. But luckily we were there. So I don't see it as we are taking work from persons, but we are giving back to our society. So the more people that benefit from it, then maybe after we give them a consultation, an ex-attorney might get to do the other work.
So you see, there's a lot to look forward to with this organization.
Yes.
So this is where you are now. You went to La Brea, St. James, and your next step is at the Rio Claro Community Center on Sunday, April 29th, 2018, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes, Rishi.
But what next?
What next? I think we're going to do more like what was the last one? The career fair? Yeah, so we'll probably be looking into the career fair. But as I said before, we would be looking more along the entrepreneurial aspect of a career, as opposed to being an employee, that sort of thing. We really believe in growing your business from small, and being an entrepreneur, you can be of a great resource to your country as well.
Yeah.
All right.
And for more information, and if people want to join the group, they can check out your Facebook page.
Yes, so the Facebook page is open, so you can just join, just like us, follow us on Facebook. You'll see all of our activities. You'll see where we are going next. You'll see our history. All right. As I said before, we are non-governmental. We are happy to be independent, and we will defend that independence vigorously. So yeah, One TNT. We have a Facebook page. We have a Gmail account. That's we are one TNT@gmail.com, and we have a contact number which is 798-5376. So you can WhatsApp us as well. Yeah.
So there's a lot to look forward to, and I must commend the group for the work that they are doing to help the people who may not be able to help themselves, so to speak.
Yes. And thank you very much for having us on your show, Rishi.
And the initiatives are scattered throughout Trinidad and Tobago as well.
Yes, we definitely would like to go to our sister isle. Yeah, we definitely like to hit Tobago.
It's free legal clinics, free medical clinics, free dental clinics, career fairs as well. And remember, their next initiative is a legal, medical and dental clinic, which will be held on Sunday, April 29th, 2018, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Rio Claro Community Center. Anybody from the communities are welcome to be part of that initiative. Mr. Farai Hoof Masaisai, attorney at law, I would like to thank you very much for coming in and talking with us about One TNT free legal and medical.
Thank you very much, Rishi.
It was a pleasure having you, and all the best moving forward.
Okay.
This is Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago.